Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're watching. I am Marvello Nyahu from Class A of Technology Kasaplang Katuno, or Software Engineering Technologies in the 4th semester. So here I am presenting my mini e-commerce system to do my project of deploying microservices with Docker. So I do have a few variations and some additional ideas along with using MySQL as my database. We'll start off with Service A. Here I do have my MySQL connection using Flash SQL Alchemy. Just to make things way easier. So this is the product we just call by the column name. So ID, name, price, and weight along with their respective types. Here I have my table. As you can see, it is pretty much the same types as the ones I typed in the product class. This function is to convert this database fetch result into a dictionary, just to make our JSON conversion easier. Okay, we'll start off at the bottom actually. We have our catalog. So products, we query all our products and we get our currency. More on that later. So we pretty much make an empty array and add our data, which is the product. For each product, we add to this array and then we return. Okay, this is my idea that I added on top of the one my professor sent. So currency takes the search parameter currency. By default, it is US dollars. But if we use Indonesian rupiah or IDR, all caps, we get a 16K exchange rate. So we can see if the currency is Indonesian rupiah, we have to multiply by 16K. Continuing on the products selection, we can select a product by going product / the ID in integer. So we receive the ID and we query get using our SQL Alchemy class here, our object. So if not product, this means it doesn't exist or just an invalid ID. We return product not found. Which I think I can prove right here. /21 product not found. So while we're here, I'm gonna demo the service A. Here we can see just about all of these are the same as the ones in my MySQL. And just to prove it, I'm gonna change my phone weight to 175. You can see it converts to 175. Just say we wanna localize this service. We wanna convert it to Indonesian rupiah. Just with a search parameter, we can convert every price into Indonesian rupiah. Going along to the get by ID, we can get the laptop using ID 1. We have a price of $1,000 and a weight of 2.3 kilograms. And we can do the same thing with the currency parameter. Moving on to our second service. Here, the service's job is to calculate the shipping. So we get our shipping from the parameter of weight. By default, it is 0, so it is never 404 not found. And we get our currency parameter as well. So we have two potential parameters in the URL. We can check if the currency is Indonesian rupiah, we use our exchange rate of 16K. If not, we times it by 1. And because my table is in grams instead of kilograms, I'm using 0.005 instead of $5 given by the homework, the project document. And here's a quick demo. You can see 2 kilograms results in $10. So we want to make it in Indonesian rupiah, just to localize it. This is actually a second search parameter, so we cannot use a second question mark. So we use pretty much search parameter of weight and currency is Indonesian rupiah. Here we can see 160k. Continuing on to our web app. So here we can store our URL endpoints, URL of our endpoints pretty much. And we get our currency parameter like always, and product ID from our dynamic route, which is an integer. So these two pretty much do the same thing in 2 different routes. The first one uses the URL and product ID given by the user and receives the currency. So the currency received by the checkout water flows into the service A parameter as well. Same thing with the service B. So we first fetch the product and use the product weight to calculate how much shipping it needs using our service B. Then we calculate the cost using our total product price and shipping cost. And then we just return it one by one using the key and their corresponding value. I've already ran it in my Docker images, so here are my images real quick. There's A, B, and web. And our containers also running smoothly. So for the checkout, you can see this is the first ID, the second, the third. You can see if we use our search parameter of currency in Indonesian rupiah, we can see the converted price. I choose to implement the currency conversion in because usually you wanna fetch and convert stuff in the server side. It'd be way slower if we use the client like JavaScript to convert dollars into rupiah and then to Turkish lira or something like that. It'll just be way easier, way faster on the backend API. Okay, that's all I can show you for today. Thank you for watching, and thank you to my professor for giving me this work. I thoroughly enjoyed it.